Hello, my name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Mubarak Karim to all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. And also a happy new month to all of you from Tap Tap Send in the whole Riase. As you already know, Tap Tap Send remains to be your number one, numero uno money transfer app you can ever find in the whole world. All you have to do is to go onto Google Play Store or App Store and download Tap Tap Send. The name is what? Tap Tap Send. Now, the testimonies from people is overwhelming. Everybody is giving the good testimony about Tap Tap Send because I've used it before and I understand how reliable, secure, and fast the app is. You, if you like, put it to a test and you'll see. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Tap Send now. Keep on sending the money to the loved ones and your family and let them appreciate you more. Remember the name. It's Tap Tap Send. Hey.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
When it comes to music fans and what they can do, you can always trust them. They can go beyond the ordinary, what you have not even considered, what you have not even thought about. These music fans can always bring it to you, make it happen like really and truly, that was the real deal. Now today, I'm about to analyze Sarkodie's performance and again, what fans have been spreading online about Sarkodie sending a message to Shatta Wale, and again, whether it was a freestyle or indeed it was something that Sarkodie had written down that maybe it has appeared on any of his records that you don't know about. This is another editorial powered here on Sammy Flex TV by Sammy Flex for you people, and I want to say power to the people. Have you seen that video where that old man was the politician, a girlfriend called him that he was faking and he said power to the people? I'm sure that is what we're going to do, power to the people. This is the editorial here on Sammy Flex TV. Now let's go straight to business. Let me say thanks to Digital Rasta who is handling our camera and to Richie Flex who is the editor and director of this show. To you out there, thanks for always being a member of Sammy Flex TV videos. Keep watching, keep sharing and spreading our content with the world. Because when it comes to showbiz, what we know is always beyond their expectations. We have been there, we've seen that, we've done that, and we know everything that we know. But remember on Sundays, the Sammy Flex show in the evening with my subscribers live on Sammy Flex TV is coming off. From 7 to 9 p.m. You join me on the show. You get to appear on the screen. No matter where you'll be watching us from, you are part of the show. Just call and contribute to the topics that we'll be discussing. I know you're going to love it. So Sunday, meet me. It will be happening between 7 and 9 p.m. anytime. You can also join the show and be a part of it. Let me also say thanks to Tap Tap Send. You want to send money to Ghana with no stress? Use only Tap Tap Send. We are tired of going to form queues in the banking halls in the name of taking money. Let's go straight to Tap Tap Send. Just download it on your phone. Put in your details. If you're a first timer, please remember to use the promo code SammyFlex. This promo code will give you some extra money into your wallet so you can send this money back home with no stress. Do that today and thank me later. And you should know that Tap Tap Send at the moment is the best on the market. Tap Tap Send, quickest way and the safest way to send money to Ghana from abroad. Now, straight to business. right after Sarkodie's performance. You know, sometimes if you are in the auditorium, if you are not careful, you will not get some details because the auditorium is mixed with so many distractions. People who are recording, people who are dancing, you are looking at other things calling for your attention. So right after Sarkodie's performance, I did not get some details in his rap lines or in his bars. But when I went online, then I started seeing stories like Sarkodie has called on Shatta to respond to his call. Sarkodie calls Shatta to respond to his call. And I said, oh, what really are they talking about? Where did Sarkodie say that? In fact, when I saw that headline, the first thing I did was to click on the link to check what was there. When I checked, it was the verses Sarkodie delivered on the VGMA stage. So I decided to also pay attention to the lyrics in there. And really and truly, I heard that. I heard that line where Sarkodie said, Obinka Wale said, I'm calling him, let's talk about our issues as two mature people. Maybe you also did not get it right. Let me take you to that performance. Pay attention to the lyrics. Listen to it once again, and when I come back, we will discuss how fans have been spinning this information around, the kind of headlines that have been seen, and the way everybody is trying to interpret their own meaning into this. I've done some 1 or 2 calls to confirm that is this particular piece a recorded piece or maybe it was really delivered on the stage. Now, some few people that I've called, those who are active members of SAC Nation group, I've called them and they are telling me that no, it is not on any record that they know of. Meanwhile, I've seen some comments, I think, under some videos that are also suggesting that this is a recorded piece somewhere. As a matter of fact, I'm yet to see, or I'm yet to know which song that this particular verse was on. I don't know yet. So if you have that information, you can also peacefully share with me. As we are still sharing more ideas, you can also bring it on, then we share some more. But for now, we are still going to concentrate on that particular line of Sarkodie saying he's either placed the call or he wants to place the call to Shatta and that Shatta should pick the call so they talk about their issues as adults and move on to even achieve better things in life. Let me take you to the Grand Arena. Let's go check that particular performance, and when I come back, I'll tell you what I know and I'll tell you what I think. Then we all share ideas because we do it together as always. Watch it. I'll be right back. Well, so you heard the flow where Sarkodie was talking about Ebony's father and the fact that they want to do things and that, and then the point that guys have been spinning, that Munkanche Wale say on Peke Corner sorting issues as adults. Now, I see two things here. With my experience in this game, I see two things here. So, let's go to the reality. The reality where Sarkodie really and truly would want to solve issues with Shatta in a more matured way. As a matter of fact, if that is Sarkodie's wish, I will not be surprised. If that is what Sarkodie wills, I will not be surprised because at the moment, Sarkodie in his career has grown and he's gone beyond petty issues here and there. I'm sure by now, just as Sarkodie will sit with the Kofia Moabins, just as Sarkodie will sit with some business executives and would want to discuss issues about growth and development, same way, I want to believe if his people will also be willing, he would also want to be sitting with them. So imagine a table of, say, Sarkodie, Shatta, Stoneboy, Sammy, and any of these top boys talking about moving forward as an industry. Of course, he would want to grow. He would want to earn more. He would want to achieve more. And he would need people who understand where he has gotten to in his life. He would need people who have experienced what he has also experienced in his life to do that. So really and truly, Sarkodie would want to have a call or a conversation with any of these top acts. At the moment, do we see that? We don't see that. I believe not long ago, we all saw Wizkid, who was calling for a Davido, so they go for an album tour or a world tour, something beautiful like that. I'm sure at this stage, Sarkodie would also want the same thing. Remember when I think on an Andy Dusty show, or yeah, I think it was an Andy Dusty show, where he said he would want to do a tour with any of the top guys, Shatta, Wale, Stonebwoy, a world tour. So I would not be surprised if indeed this is what Sarkodie wants. I'll never be surprised because I know at this stage what we call beef, what we call have issue with this, what we call have issue with that. He wouldn't want it. Unfortunately, we all remember his issue with Stonebwoy when he was doing the Black Love concert during rehearsal, that fracas with Stonebwoy and his manager Angel. Obviously, this is not something Sarkodie would want to be entertaining in his career. He's grown, he's seen that, and at this stage he would want some development. He would want something that will bring growth. So if really and truly fans have started spinning this around, that Sarkodie has called Shatta Wale, so they talk about their issues, I would not be surprised. And if he does that, it doesn't make him less of a person. If he does that, it doesn't make him lower than anybody. If he does that, it doesn't mean he's scared of someone or he's afraid of someone or because someone is better than him. If he does that, it is just about growth and maturity. Like people say, it takes those who are smart, it takes those who are bold to even apologize. It is not just any fool who can go around apologizing to someone when he offends that person. So if that is what Sarkodie wants to do, that is fine. It is my wish that moves are made from both angles. I've seen some responses from Shatta Wale on Twitter from fans that are so funny to me though. But because it came from fans, I would want to consider them as fan vibe. On Twitter, some people were tagging him that, oh, Shatta, Sarkodie said he's calling you. He said, on which phone? And those things. I think I've seen them, but we can let them slide as playful stuff. Interestingly, I've seen a video on TikTok where some fans, I'm sure SAC natives, shared some videos online that they are even telling people to learn the lyrics in the song before the song drops. Because as it stands now, they want so many people to learn the lyrics right. So when the song drops, they will do stuff on TikTok. That is all beautiful. The only thing I find so funny is the fact that whilst they said they were putting out the lyrics for people to learn, they edited the point where Sarkodie said, tell Wale that I'm calling him so he should pick the phone up. They edited the Wale from it. I don't know their intention. Because if really and truly Sarkodie was saying Wale, and if really and truly, even in their tests, as they tell us to learn the lyrics, they brought in the Wale, but in the audio, they edit the Wale out. I don't know their interest. I don't know what they want to achieve. But that is up to them. I keep saying, when you are dealing with fans, you always have to be smart. Else, you go into the gutters with them. Or, unless you want to go into the gutters with them, then go all out. But for now, I want us to look at the first side of this whole conversation. The first side of the conversation is where I'm thinking that maybe, really and truly, this is what Sarkodie wants to do. It will not be a bad thing. Now imagine these guys, top guys, sitting to discuss our music industry and how we can move forward. Remember that Sarkodie, in a recent video that he even shared, I think it was Jesse Japan, who was on, I think, 3 Music Network, and he was asked why artists charge a certain price, and he made a reference to something Sarkodie told him some years ago, where Sarkodie said that he would want to charge high so that in the near future, other artists who would also come after them would be able and get the confidence to also charge an appreciable amount of money for their performances. That particular response was apt. That particular response was on point, was dope. That Sarkodie says he's charging high today, not for his interest only, but for the interest of those who are even beneath him, but for the interest of those who are under him. That a time will come that they will also get the confidence, the opportunity to charge higher. So if the guys at the top start thinking like this, what do you think will be for our industry? They can even come together and maybe with their influence, appoint someone, push the person, support the person, campaign for the person to go and lead a platform like, say, Musica, or a union like Musica, where they will be sharing ideas with that person that go here, mention our name here, and do something for the music industry. It will be beautiful. Sarkodie has that mind, and he would always be willing to do. So I would not be surprised. So if the fans are spinning that, that is okay. But let's look at the other side. Now, talking about the reality check, I want us to look at the other side because with my experience in this game, anytime when you are looking at anything in show business, you look at side A and you look at side B. Side A has always been the reality and side B has always been the gimmicks. That is around it. So I listened to it and I saw a rhyme of about 3. Tell Shatta to pick the phone up. Something up. Maybe later my editor will put the lyrics there so you see what I'm talking about. I'm not here to break down any lyrics, so I'm telling you what I have to tell you. So Sarkodie did some 3 rhymes with ups like that. So as a creative, it could also be that he was rhyming. And as a creative, anytime you are writing, you want to write that thing that will evoke some emotions. You want to write that thing that will bring conversations. You want to write that thing that will obviously call for some discussions around. I believe you also heard my rhyme. Emotions, conversations, discussions. Trust me there. So that is what it is. That it could also be that, yeah, this is what I'm writing. What are the names that I can use here? Because he talked about Monkantre Bonipa passing my condolences. Then it comes back to tell Shatta to pick the phone up so we can have our conversation as adults. Dope lines, no two ways about that. We don't know what song is it. We don't know what title he's even going to give to it. Sarkodie has written about so many reality rap when he did the inflation, when he did the masses and all those things. At that time, he was talking about realities of life. And anything he wrote in that particular line were things that were happening in Ghana at the time. So if on a VGMA stage that it mattered most, he did not just do this song anywhere. He did it on a VGMA stage. And I know Sarkodie knows the value of the VGMA stage. He knows the importance. He knows how heavy the VGMA stage is. And that every little thing he says on that stage will go far and wide. So it could also be an artist, a creative person who is showing his creativity through writing. And maybe he shared that piece. So I'm here torn between the two. Was Sarkodie doing the reality talk? Or maybe Sarkodie was doing that creative talk, where as an artist, you try to rhyme, but your rhyme is speaking a certain language, a language that will surely spark conversations and debate around, like the fans have started doing already. Right after the performance, because of us who live online, everything that happens online, we see it. So right after the performance, it was all over. On YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, Sarkodie throws a call to Shatta to pick up a call, blah, 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 and all that. I sit here and I embrace both ends. I embrace point A, which is the reality talk, where Sarkodie would want to have that conversation with industry top boys, like Shatta, like Stoneboy, like Sammy, and all the names that you can mention, for their own growth, for that agenda to push Ghana music to the world. Because Sarkodie keeps saying that sometimes when you go out there as a Ghanaian artist, you feel so lonely because there is nobody there. It is you alone and the world. Meanwhile, when the other counterparts, like Nigerians, when they move, they move. Today, Ashake is playing in O2. Rema announces O2. Burna Boy is playing here, the same place. You hear that Wizkid has played there. You hear that the video has played there. Like they go in droves, but in Ghana, like Sarkodie said, you go there and you were alone. Remember what his manager said at the VGMAs? Maybe I would have to share that video with you same way. Where the manager said that he actually called out to our people in the diaspora that when we come for the shows, we want you guys to support us. When we come for the shows in abroad, we want you guys to buy tickets. Your 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, euros and that will not kill you. Just come and spend, come and watch us. Come and add up to the numbers. So when we are mentioning the names, we can say Ghanaian artists have also arrived.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so such a beautiful night to have such amazing talents gather in one auditorium. But one thing I know for sure is there are a lot of diasporans who are logged onto the internet right now watching the awards. It's a great time because a lot of our stars are about to go outside the country to promote the music. I know Black Sharif is in New York. Stoneboy is about to go. Jackie, Sarkodie, Fameye. All I want to say is we need to push our music. All these Ghanaians in the diasporas, please, when these people come to you, come out, show love. This is where it starts from. So if you're watching me, we're coming to you this summer. Please come out, let's have a party. That's how the Ghanaian music becomes a big story, just like the Nigerian one. Thank you.
So, I see this as a good call, whether it was for the gimmicks or whether it was a reality vibe. Let's open up the conversation. I'm sure you watching would want that thing to happen. I'm sure you watching would want that kind of the united movement for both all the top artists we have here in Ghana, including those who are also down to move for us to achieve something. So it is an open conversation. If it is reality talk, I'm sure Sarkodie knows how to do it officially in reaching out to Shatta Wale. If it is reality talk, I know how Sarkodie knows how to approach it. So he can see this as real talk, approach Shatta Wale in the more professional, official, and business way. They make it happen. And if it is for creativity, let's jump to it. Let's jump, let's vibe, of course. It's the Sarkodie's rap, one of Ghana's best, Africa's best. He's led everything in rap in Africa. So if it is for the jam, let's jam with it. If it is for the reality, let's also support it. Let's push it with all that we can. Let's make it happen so our business can also move on. My name is Sammy Flex. This has been the editorial here on Sammy Flex TV. I do this for you. I do this with you. So feel free to share your opinion. And we are waiting for that song. Just as the Sack Natives guy said, before King Sack decides to drop this tune, here is a lyric video. We are still waiting for that tune, what it will be called, and what's really the agenda of that particular song is. Personally, I can't wait, and I know you can't wait either. And again, we are also appealing to the SM headquarters, Shatta Wale, that anytime Sarkodie and his people will make such a move, that is if really and truly they want to make this move for that collaboration, that talk to happen. We are also appealing to SM headquarters that anytime this call or this move happens, he shouldn't be hard-hearted. He should rather open up and let's do this. Because I also know Shatta Wale's mindset for the industry. I also know how sometimes he feels there are so many things going on that he's not so happy about. I also know how sometimes he feels they can come together and make some things happen. He keeps telling me that, Charlie, this one, because I remember I received a call from a company who wanted to do stuff with both Sarkodie and Shatta Wale as well as Stoneboy. A company wanted to do something with them. And Shatta Wale said something. See, Sammy, like this, as this call came, I have to call these guys so we all agree on something to face this. But that relationship or that cordiality is not there. So how do I put that call through? I remember this very, very well. Somewhere, I think it was early this year. Yeah, early this year. When that call came through, I said, well, let's see how it goes. And we are still seeing how it will go. So if this is what Sarkodie wants to do, I pray that when that move really happens in reality, that is if you are to consider the first one, and Shatta Wale sees that they really mean this, I pray he shouldn't be hard-hearted. He should open up, welcome them. Let's have that conversation for the growth, the development, and the forward movement of Ghana music. Let's pray and make this happen. My name is Sammy Flex. Thanks to the Digital Rasta, you can call him Currency, who is on camera, and to Richie Flex, who is the editor and director of our show. Until then, stay tuned for more. Sammy Flex TV has got you covered with everything show business. Keep watching, keep telling others, keep commenting, and subscribe to us. We will meet again in our next video. We're out of here.